Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Main Street of America Facebook Live Tour. We are moving through Apple Tree Antique Gallery here on this stop on the Main Street of America Facebook Live Tour, 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway here in Bethany, right off the main road. You can't miss them. And why would you want to? Because they are the place to be for antique shopping, okay? They've got sales going on pretty much all the time at all the different vendors as we start taking a look throughout the store. And I've just found out, walking through the door, that on Saturday, September 20th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Apple Tree Antiques will be hosting the Sidewalk Sale. As if their third weekend of the month sale wasn't enough already, they're now doing the Sidewalk Sale to get you even more discounts, even more amazing products. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of what they're offering here throughout all these different vendors. And really, there is something for everyone here in Apple Tree Antique Gallery. Right there going through the front doors, you can see all the clocks, model trains, and jewelry, which we'll take a look at as we pass back through the store. But everything from clothing to collector's items to furniture to decorations, they've got it all throughout the different vendors. This one, always very, very prominent here in the store. Okay, you've got board games, from toys to purses to handbags to a little bit of clothing. Right here on this vendor, they've got just about everything and then some. And keep an eye out on all the different vendors for their vendor codes. Okay, every different one has a different code, and they all usually have their own unique discounts going on. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway here in Bethany. Follow them on Facebook, Apple Tree Bethany. They are tagged in this Facebook Live. Don't forget about the third Friday weekend sale. And don't forget, of course, about the Sidewalk Sale now on September 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We've stopped by Apple Tree Antique many times here on the Main Street of America tour, and that is for good reason, because there's always something new to check out. Looking at this vendor here, you're going to see more games on the wall. You're going to see collectible dolls. I mean, I honestly don't remember what they're called. I know, but I'm blanking on it right now. But if you still collect them, if you still look for things for like porcelain dolls and you still want to collect those, they've got some right here in Apple Tree. Jewelry, decorations. Later down on a different vendor, they've got croc decorations for your shoes, which didn't know those were things, but I guess it makes sense. It's like little pins you just stick in your shoes. It's pretty cool. But glasswork, see in the porcelain, glass collectible dishes, things for display. All right here in Apple Tree Antique Gallery. Something different in every vendor, and all at great prices. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Stop by today. Or stop by, of course, on Saturday, September 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You got the Sidewalk Sale here at Apple Tree Antique. I guess they'll be, well, out on the sidewalk doing a sale, if I had to guess. And they've got about 3 to 4 different distinct segments in the store. We're going through the first hallway here. There's one right in the middle and one on the far left side. And then they've got a section right in the back. So over 70 vendors find their home right here in Apple Tree Antique Gallery. That should speak volumes to the variety of products you can find and the great prices you'll find here as well at Apple Tree Antique. I don't know if you can hear that. They're speaking to me. Halloween will be here before you know it, folks. And it's only September, but the entire downtown Bethany is getting ready for a big Halloween party that they're going to be having, I believe, in the middle of October, just a few days before Halloween, I think it is. So, hey, if you're in the Bethany area and you want to stop by for a Halloween celebration, remember it all happening right here. And, of course, we'll be keeping up with that on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk as it comes closer. We'll get you some news happening around the city as it comes. Speaking of news, though, congratulations to the Horsley family. Their dog, Cece, gets to return home after being in the pound for 10 days, maybe longer. They were very worried that CC was not going to be able to return home with them after the poor dog was accused of biting up a customer. But thankfully, the court case went their way, and CC is home safely. So thank you to everybody who supported on that as well. As we move through this aisle, again, you're going to see a bunch of different stuff. You can see me right there. Dishes, silverware, cups. Sometimes you just got to come by and look at it yourself, because words can't really describe all of the things you're going to see here in Apple Tree Antique Gallery. I have to move through all of these holding up the camera, and even then, I'm trying to look at everything, and I'm still missing stuff. It's crazy how much stuff they have on the shelves in these different vendors. Clocks are actually a very big item here in Apple Tree. There's a vendor back on the first side we just came from that is very big on the antique clocks. Here in this vendor, we'll point out one of those sales. PK68, 50% off items stamped with the green happy face. So even more reason to come by yourself and look for an item with a green happy face. Might get a nice little deal on it. The address is 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call them at 405-495-0602. They're on Facebook, Apple Tree Bethany, and you can email them, appletree@coxinet.net. They are tagged here in this Facebook Live video, so if you want to go to that Facebook page, you can tune into it right here from this Main Street of America live tour. We're starting to move back towards the front now. Let's take a look at some more vendors. I always like coming by this one because look, it's my boy Spider-Man. You can find everything from clothing to sports memorabilia. And again, I pointed out the jewelry, but they've also got shelves of books and movies and CDs and games between all the different vendors. There really is something for everyone. We encourage everybody to do their back to school shopping here at Apple Tree before the semester starts, because it's the place to be and you'll get great deals on everything. Now that we have finally moved back towards the front, you'll notice all these different things in the window. If you want to do a little bit of window shopping at Apple Tree, you can do that as well. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway, right in the heart of downtown Bethany. With this sidewalk sale happening on September 20th, this is the place you're going to want to be. Let's take a look at some of this jewelry, because it's a big part of what Apple Tree is doing here. They are very proud of some of these jewelry selections that the vendors put out. I've heard the turquoise is very popular. I've heard that's a big seller right here at Apple Tree Antique. We just keep moving along the row. If you see anything that interests you, try to screenshot it. That way you can come back later on. Turn around real quick and show you this vendor behind me, because it's got Star Wars and pop culture. See some Wizard of Oz plates down there in the lower corner. Route 66 gear and memorabilia. OKC Thunder. It's all right here, and so much more. And this vendor, of course, just one of many at Apple Tree Antique Gallery. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Remember, call them at 405-495-0602. We'll be back here before too long, if I had to guess, on the Main Street of America Facebook Live Tour, especially with this sidewalk sale going on the 20th. Remember, folks, right here from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can take part in that sidewalk sale. Something for the NASCAR fans out there. I'll have to get something for my brother before too long. They've got the little, I don't know if you call them replica cars or what you would call them, but cup holsters, license plates, shirts, and caps, and gear, and so much more. NASCAR, of course, still in the midst of their own season, although I think they're coming up on the playoffs before too long. I'm sure there'll be some playoff gear that pops up at the Apple Tree Antique Gallery, if I had to guess. Well, we are moving through the middle aisle here in Apple Tree Antique Gallery, one of 4 sections in the store. Next, we'll take a peek at the back section before we wrap up this tour. Because I've still got stuff to show you here at this vendor, BD22, 50% off everything. And of course, all the different vendors have deals like this. So you can see some ornaments up there getting ready for winter and for Christmas. It'll be here before you know it. Oklahoma gear, Oklahoma State gear. I already pointed out the Oklahoma City Thunder stuff. But here's some professional clothes and more. Apple Tree Antique Gallery has a commercial on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. So on all of our YouTube live streams, you can watch their commercial as well. I love these chains. I've seen people at games show up in these many, many, many times. I've always thought I needed one myself, but I guess it's just not my style. I'm not cool enough. So we move back towards the back here. Let's take a look at some of that back store sections. Remember, books, mugs, wall decor, floor decor, ceiling decor. They've got it all here. Things for out in the yard, things for inside. As we went back here, 50% off all books, movies, and records in CS21. Take a look at some of these other vendors here, because of course they've got those same CDs right here. I already see George Strait at the top of this one. Not bad at all. See 24-25 OKC champions. See that for some, how's that for some decoration? All the stuff you're going to want to find right here at Apple Tree Antique Gallery, 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. They're on Facebook, tagged in this live video, but go to Facebook/AppleTreeBethany to find their account. That'll help you stay up to date on all the promotions, the sales, and any new items and vendors that enter the store. 50% off everything here as well, CS21. Collectibles, pots and pans, and bicycle parts and tools. I know everybody goes out to those restaurants and you'll see the shelves lined with antique cars or old Coke bottles. Well, they've got those here at Apple Tree Antique Gallery, if you can believe it. And of course, right there in that vendor was 50% off. So, great reasons to stop by Apple Tree Antique. We're going to go back towards the right side of the store one more time. Take one final look at the place where we came in, just to make sure we catch everything. You've really got to be thorough when you're going through Apple Tree Antique Gallery, that is for sure, because they've got products packed into every nook and cranny. Here are some of those antique clocks I was talking about earlier in the live stream. Hardback books, $3 each. A weekend special, paperback books, $1 each. This booth only. Stop by here. It's going to run out before you know it, so you got to get by this weekend. 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. There's some more glass products. All right, let's go ahead and move back towards the front of the store here, and we will sign off on this stop. Here are those crock charms. I've heard these also. These also tend to fly off the shelves. Very popular, I guess, for crockwares. Great music selection, as always, in Apple Tree Antique Gallery. Always got to point that off every time I come through. Some more jewelry for you. So we keep moving towards the front of the store. Thank you for tuning in on this stop on the Main Street of America Facebook Live Tour. We've been touring Apple Tree Antique Gallery, 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway here in Bethany, Oklahoma. Call them at 405-495-0602. They're on Facebook at Apple Tree Bethany, and you can email them appletree.coxinet.net. I think I said dot. appletree@coxinet. All right, well, we've got Bethany High volleyball tonight, and of course, Apple Tree Antique Gallery is a proud supporter of Bethany High athletics. If you're in the area, stop by, pick yourself up a great deal right here at Apple Tree Antique Gallery. One more time as we move back towards the front of the store, we want to thank you for tuning in. Come see the friendly people at Apple Tree Antique Gallery and find the perfect vendor and the perfect items for you. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will see you on the next stop on the Main Street of America Facebook Live Tour here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. One more time, 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-495-0602. See you on the next stop, folks.